Alright guys, today's a 3-in-1. If you're trying to set up your Aeotec smart switch and integrate it into Home Assistant, this is your video. If you're looking to get energy monitoring from that plug and send it to Grafana and display it in your Home Assistant, this is your video. And if you're just simply trying to integrate a Z-Wave device with the Go Control stick that I showed in the Zigbee video, this is your video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and set up our Z-Wave network. As per usual, configuration, integrations, and Z-Wave. Now here, this is assuming you're using the same stick I'm using, which it's Zigbee and Z-Wave, so I don't know why you wouldn't. It's amazing. I'm gonna have, I started a blog. I think if you guys have recently seen my Broadlink and SSD boot videos, I started it really for those because I want to keep you guys up to date as things changed. Anything you need to copy and paste, any text and code and stuff, it'll be on that site. So stick around for that, go check it out, and hopefully it helps you out. Alright, found it. Let's configure our network. Now, for this video, like I said, we're going to be doing the smart switch. Right now, the only node we've got is here. And if you have your switch plugged in, it should be going through all the colors of the rainbow here. Go ahead and do add node, and then there's a button. Just press it once. Things should start flashing, and yep, look at it right there. As you can see, we've got all these different entities here. We're going to be doing energy and power. Let's go ahead and set some stuff up first before we do this, otherwise you're going to be very disappointed later on. This, if you can get this to stick, this will go ahead and take care of all your problems. This always defaults back to true for me. So what I do is just change 91 to 0 and change 92 to 0. And what that does is usually this plug will only send reports for the energy changes if it's at a certain value. So 5%, that's a huge change. We're never gonna get updates unless you like completely change what you've got plugged in. That should take care of that though. Go ahead and mess with all three. And another thing that might happen with you guys, and I think this is just because, like I said, it's hit or miss with the quality control. You might have to come in here and hit refresh now and then to get the energy updates. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. Alright guys, so the next step is going to be to set up a database, because all Grafana does is pulls values from a database we've created and put them in a pretty format. The database is just going to be filled up with information from our sensors that we have in Home Assistant. You know, very simple, seems complex, but it's not. I'm gonna be doing as per usual, setting whatever we don't have to put in Home Assistant on my virtual machines on my NUC. In this case, it's gonna be Influx. I'm gonna keep the database over there. If you're not gonna do this, you can set this up in Home Assistant. They have the add-on, but I like this. It's cleaner and it's just how I operate. So if you're not going to do this, skip to the next part. If you want to do it like this, keep watching. So we're going to go ahead and grab our Docker. Alright, now I already pulled the image earlier, so that's why you just see one line. We're gonna go ahead and now we have to run a command within that container in order to create our database. So let's get into the container. Alright, and just hit create database home_assistant. done, and we just exit that. We'll go ahead and move on to integrating this into Home Assistant. All right, so we've got to integrate our database into Home Assistant now so that we can feed the data from our sensors to the database. Let's go ahead and just drop it right there. Like I said, I got these, all this is available for you guys. That's the host IP from the virtual machine that you installed it on. And here for entities, we're gonna have to pull our sensors. So let's save, go to developer tools, and let's go down to our sensors. Anything with a sensor here, you're gonna be able to pull the data from. So we're doing energy right now. Copy that. You can put as many of these as you want, so you know, have a ball. For now, we're just gonna do this. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and restart as always. All right, let me throw a disclaimer out there before we get into Grafana. We are gonna loosen the security on this thing so that we can pull the iframes. And if you look around the web, you'll see a lot of issues where people will pull the iframes with everything set up normally, and you won't be able to see it on the mobile app. You won't be able to see it outside your network and whatnot. So we're just gonna open this thing wide up, and I don't really see the problem with it because I feel like if anyone's breached far enough to get into your Home Assistant setup, you know, they really wanted it. You must have made someone mad. But jokes aside, we are loosening things, and there are ways to do all this and keep the security tight, but I'm trying to keep things simple here. We're not going to go and create SSL certificates and everything crazy, but you can look into that if you are interested in tightening this thing up, but this is going to be very loose. All right, go ahead and install Grafana, and here's where the magic's going to happen. Go in your configuration, and then this, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the blog as well, maybe even in the description for the ease of helping you guys out. And then we're gonna set SSL to false. Save and start it. Let's go ahead and open the web UI. Actually, you gotta give that a second after it starts. There we go. And you know, we're doing this the nice lazy way. It's giving it to us right here. Add your first data source. All right. It's gonna be Influx. HTTP. Just like earlier, this is where you put your Influx setup. All right. All right. Make a new dashboard, add a new panel. And as you can see, we added the sensor for energy in there. Where entity ID equals, yep. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, this plug is kind of a jerk. So, alright, you can name this whatever. Let me check real quick. Like I said, these things are they're not the kindest plugs if you don't get a good one. That should have updated our energy. Yep. So as you can see, I mean, hopefully yours works consistently. I think I got a bad one, but it's whatever. It works for everything else. I might return it, but you know, please Aeotec, you got a good product, man. Get it together. There are two things you can do here though also. If you wanted to just add a button to turn your thing on and off, it's right there. No, it's not right there. Where'd it go? Switch. There it is. Alright, and you can just turn your plug on and off with that. Alright, or you can go straight to our sensor. It'd be nice if this was a little cleaner. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, and you can see the reading right there, and that this will be nice for you because, like I said, you can figure out when this thing's being very unkind to you. Like you can see here, it updated a minute ago. But yeah. Okay, and now that we've got all that, you know, you can add more sensors here. Like if you want to do the as well as the kilowatt hours, you want to just add the wattage, throw the other sensor in there for power, and you can put them both on the same graph here. I got this set up to an air purifier, so let's do that. And the only thing left here is to go ahead and integrate it to our dashboard, so let's do that. Alright, so I missed the spot here. We're gonna change one more thing in order to be able to view our iframes. Here you're gonna add a port of your choosing because we don't want to be on the default port, or you're gonna get those fun errors. Just use something that's not in use, anything you want. I use 3311. Go ahead and save that and restart the add-on. And give it a second. There we go. Alright, go ahead and grab your panel from your dashboard, hit share, go to embed, and take off current time frame. And what you're gonna do is copy from your iframe source just what's in the quotations. Now we're gonna go here, add a web page, paste what you just got. This is where we're gonna change things up. Put the IP of your host and watch what happens here. Unauthorized, but we opened up a different port, so bam, there it is. And this should allow you to access it on the app as well. One other modification is gonna be, we want this to refresh, so we're gonna refresh 5 minutes. It's fine. And we want it to be in kiosk mode, so it takes up the whole panel. Once you've done that, you should have a nice little graph here. You can apply this in a multitude of ways. You want to take temperature and display it. Same deal, just grab your temperature sensor, put it in your Influx integration, and pull it in Grafana. Yeah, like you can see here, this thing, it stopped polling again. I'm gonna look for a fix to that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna send this thing back and get another one and hope it works. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on the blog to any changes. But this video should be useful all around. You know, even if you decide not to get the Aeotec smart switch, you can apply this to other switches. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what else you guys want to see, if you need any help here. And I'll see you in the next one.